One of them was on the way to 99 Slayer. 82 range. Ah, looks so good, doesn't it? 1825 total actually looks a little cleaner than the 82 range, but every range level is kind of a big deal because I can do more damage with my ranged weaponry. Ooh. I didn't think they existed. Wow, look how ugly it is. Oh, I swear to God, if I get an imbued heart on this, I'm going to shit my pants. Please. It's gonna happen, bro.
What?
Well, we'll see. Probably nothing, but there's a small chance we're about to get, like, a really good clip. You want to be here for it? It's when this fat f***er dies. See how he's a little more ugly than the other ones?
Yeah, bro. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy, dude.
Commented on your post on YouTube.
Oh, yeah?
Just so you know that I love you.
Bro.
Oh, dude, did you get it?
No, dude, we got garbage.
Oh, man. This game, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's not even cool. I finally got my first Dust Devil task on the account, which was kind of surprising. It took me this long to fight them. I didn't know exactly how I'd go about it for a while, because I don't really have a good setup for like bursting them or anything, and I figured I would chin them, which I attempted here, and it went pretty well. I just don't have a lot of chins to work with. I really only had like one assignment's worth. If I were to go sit down and hunt a few more, it wouldn't take me that long to get a full task worth of chins, but I don't really plan on doing that because I'd like to grind out Slayer. So for now, I figured I'd test them out in the catacombs, hope to get like a totem piece or an ancient shard, and I didn't. Spoiler alert, it's unfortunate, but the XP was pretty good. I think my favorite part about this was the cash outlook. Overall on the Alks, over 250k cash is kind of crazy. And it was still a pretty quick task with good XP on both Slayer and range, so I don't have any problem with it. It's a little sketchy. If your prayer runs out here when you're fighting this many of them, you can definitely get KO'd really quick, but that's a good reason to not let your prayer run out. Ensouled Bloodveld Head. That is 2 superiors and 2 Ensouled Bloodveld heads on the day from them. You know, I'll take it. First 2 superiors in the account. That's better than never seeing any. And here comes the good old 83 range clip. Every range level is beautiful. No questions asked. But this is my first Wyverns task. I haven't gotten Fossil Island Wyverns at all, but Skeletal Wyverns, nice. I have not fought Wyverns in this account. Can we get a Visage real early? I haven't fought very many dragons at all that could give me a Visage. Just finished up my Wyvern task. That is 20 tasks in a row, 75 more points, and 324 total points. That means I can go unlock the ability to make Slayer rings. I'm going to first get a task and see if it's one that I'm going to want to cancel. I think in general I might want to wait a task or two. I don't know why I would go this way if I'm getting a task. Luckily I didn't spend the points yet for the Slayer rings. I don't actually have the Slayer or the crafting level for them yet. I could boost. I was gonna for fun use whatever spice I had, boost and see if I could just make a couple. But for now I'm just gonna cancel spiritual creatures because that's not happening. Almost willing to block, but I'm not spending 100 points right now. Let's see. Elves? No. I was gonna say, please don't be metal dragons because I would skip those too. I would skip elves too. That's really unfortunate. We'll get to Slayer rings someday. Watch, this is going to be more spiritual creatures. Oof, black dragons. Alright, really quick task to make up for some points. Get it? Yeah, buddy. 75 Slayer coming in hot. Can we get unlocked gargoyles? Oh, finally. Grotesque Guardians. I can go grind on my pet. Kappa. 75 Slayer is by far the best unlock we've had yet. And now each Slayer level you get is like the best and clearly the highest Slayer level I've had. Generally, higher level unlocks are a bigger deal, but Gargoyles is definitely a big step up from anything else I've unlocked in terms of how many I'm going to kill. I'm going to end up camping those pretty heavily at some point. Not necessarily right now, but let's see if I can get a Gargoyle task on this next task. I only have 25 to kill here, so... Brittle Key today? That would be crazy. I probably won't fight any Grotesque Guardians today. I might go get 1 KC if I was convinced into doing it, but there's a lot of ifs before that. But 75 Slayer. I did get a few extra sold heads during like Slayer and whatnot, but turns out that I made it to 68 prayer. Nothing unlocked at 68, but now I only got 2 levels to go until I can finish up my Mauritania hard diaries. I'm not going to get either of those levels with the current and sold heads that I have, but 68 was a nice jump. Overall, having the higher prayer is nice to have, and now when I try to finish up 70, I really don't have that much to do. So that's not too bad. I'll do these last 6 elf heads, and then I'm heading off to Barrows. Just as an FYI, even though I just said I didn't get 70 prayer and then said I would go to Barrows, I don't plan on doing very much more Barrows without getting the Mauritania hards. Most of these clips were during a 24-hour stream I did recently, so I had already planned on Hardcore Ironman Barrows during that stream. So let's go ahead and jump into the clips, or I really should say the clip I got from that. Brad, try this again. Oh, is it Guth Guth? I think it's Torag's, isn't it? Torag's helm. Damn. That is most definitely a repeat. Well, first unique, getting back to Barrows. I can't complain too much really about whatever it is, because it's a unique. But who needs this? I already have one. Rip. Chest 254. Second Torag's helm. Come on. What do you got? Dragon Dagger, Rune Arrows, and Coins. Not a bad drop overall. And another superior down. The more the merrier. It's almost dead. And myth bars, coinage, fire runes. No uniques. Feels bad, man. And there is that range level. 84 range coming in hot. The more the merrier. I said at 85 I'd be willing to look back into working on my fire cape. Big thing for me would be getting better food, or even some potions like brews and whatnot. But the better range I've got, the more damage I can do in there, so I'll take it. I'll take it. 172 gargoyles. There it is, my first gargoyle task. I also don't plan on skipping that, and I have plenty of points if I have to skip after this, so I'm very willing to spend the points to learn how to make some Slayer rings. Here it is, Ring Bling. Learn how to make your own Slayer rings with level 75 crafting. I do not have that 75 crafting. I could boost up to it. It's not really that urgent right now, though, and I'm not far off of getting it. So it's nice to get that purchase done, and it's really nice to get a gargoyle task. Let's go mess around with gargoyles. See if I can get a brittle key. Now that it's been bosses, that I put a pretty large chunk of brittle key. I don't even care what we were talking about. Let's just go kill the boss. Speaking of bosses, unlock the roof entrance, por favor. Ah, look what we've done. We've made it. I do plan on eventually doing a pretty large chunk of Grotesque Guardians. Clearly not right now. I could manage a kill, I would imagine, but it's pretty risky. Some of you may know that if I die on this account, I would lose my Hardcore Ironman status, and I'm not really looking forward to that. It's kind of the whole point of him playing it, is to keep that status. So, eventual Grotesque Guardians will be great for some Granite Dust, and in general, their drops, it's really mostly about the Granite Dust, but any sort of loot in the Hardcore Ironman is always nice. So, bossing loot, I'd take it. There it is. 76 Slayer coming in hot. Nothing unlocked, but one more level and I get Brutal Black Dragons, which I did fight a lot. Just today, actually. Well, I guess yesterday. This stream. Wouldn't mind getting to those in the hardcore, but not really thinking much about that. 76 Slayer for now is some nice gains. This will be the final clip of the episode, everybody. Finishing up those alks I was talking about. I didn't do as much agility as I expected with the alks. I just really don't have that much motivation to train agility unless I really need the level immediately, and I don't. I kind of want 80 agility for fire orbs soon, but not bad enough that I really cranked it out. So I only got like 1 agility level, and then sat at the bank for a pretty good chunk of the alks. As you can see, I'm currently at the Fossil Island Bank. If you've been wondering about birds' nests, or excuse me, I should say birdhouses, where I'm getting the bird's nest from, I have been working on those. That's why I'm chilling at this bank. Just got a birdhouse run done, and in fact, next episode I have a pretty large opening of bird's nests, I'm pretty sure, unless I were to slow down on my birdhouses, which sometimes happens due to motivation. This is going to wrap up the episode, though, everybody. Pretty solid cash from this. As you can see, a couple mil in the inventory. I recently dropped 1 mil in the coffers because I really needed to make sure that Miscellanea was giving me all those supplies. and I have a little bit of cash in the bank that I'll show you here in a second. So this is the most financially set the account has ever been, which I couldn't say that about my life, unfortunately, but what I can say is the progress has been phenomenal on the Hardcore Iron Man as of late. I'm very excited about the gains. This episode was mostly Slayer, which honestly that's the thing I want to do most in this account, is just grind out Slayer, but I do have some more skilling I need to work on. For instance, not done with crafting, herb lore, and prayer, but agility and mage XP look both pretty good. Almost 87 mage, that 71 agility was nice, and just happy with the gains. So I'm gonna leave it right there. Thank you for stopping in, everybody. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.